What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. The Road to Glory, not to be confused with the Draft to Glory. In yesterday's episode, we did a draft. The day before yesterday's episode, we did a draft, and today we've got another draft here. Well, actually two. I was playing these drafts on stream with Tobias. The way we were doing it is we were doing one half each. So I would take the first half of all the games, he would take the second half of all the games. And there's two drafts in today's video. And I'll be honest, I am thoroughly enjoying draft right now, to the point where it's Saturday at 7:30 and I've played 3 games of champs. And all I want to do once I finish recording this video is build another draft, because I get the luxury of playing with all of these Optimus Prime icons I just wouldn't be able to play with otherwise. You know, even for me, somebody that plays this game 8, 10, 12 hours on some days, I can't afford these cards unless I pump in thousands of pounds worth of FIFA points, and I'm just not willing to do that. But anyway, we've got some comments. The first one is from Samuel French Guitar. He says, I've been playing FIFA for many years and have spent a decent amount of money on the game over that time, but I always felt like I got some value out of it, or that at least by the end of it I could have access to nearly every card. This is the first year where it seems to take the P. It really feels like it's just unattainable now, and that they're just cashing out and getting as much money out of a fan base whilst they can. I've never seen a game developer so set on making some of their content unattainable to the player base. It's literally for the 1% and just doesn't make sense. It's not even fun anymore. Last year I got Prime Hullet for just under 1 million coins during Team of the Season. This year he's going to cost, what, a whole icon squad? I hope they lose their ability to sell packs from FIFA 20 onwards. Otherwise gameplay will be really unplayable. Thanks for the quality content and the voice of reason, Nep. Glad to see you and other content creators voicing your concerns. And I agree mostly with what you say, Samuel. I would even go as far as saying this isn't even for the 1%. This is for the 0.1%. I am in like part of the 1%. I'm part of the 1% of the 1%. And even for me, these cards are just unattainable. You know, like I say, like I will just have to spend stupid amounts of money to get these. What's really interesting is, you know, last year, as you said, like by the time Team of the Season comes around, if you've spent some money or considerable amount of time on this game, as long as you wasn't stupid with your coins, which some people are, but as long as you wasn't stupid with your coins, you would have access to almost every card in the game. Like if you look at the price range of cards last year toward the back end of the game, let's go to FIFA 18 on FUTBin and take the most expensive players. The most expensive player was 99 Luis Suarez at 7 million coins. I don't know why he was specifically more expensive than other cards. I actually don't think he was. No, he's 7 million coins now, actually. That was updated, well, 23 weeks ago. But Luis Suarez was 3.3 million coins. After that, you had 96 Prime R9 at 4.8, 99 Team of the Season and Team of the Year Ronaldo around 4.8, Pele at 4.2, Hullet at 3.2, Ronaldo at 3 million. There was then 5 players down up to 2 million. And then a whole bunch of players between 2 and 1, and most people less than 1. So there was obviously, like as you say, most cards were affordable. There were very few cards that weren't affordable. This year, because of these Optimus Prime icons, the current state of the market has Pele is 15 million. Thierry Henry is 12 million. Ronaldo is 8 million. Cruyff is 8 million. Maldini is 8 million. Ronaldo is 7 million. Socrates is 6 million. Lothar Matthäus is 6 million. Ruud Hullet is 6 million. And that's the 93 Ruud Hullet. Team of the Year Neymar is 5 million. Pele, 5 million. Ronaldo, 5 million. Messi, 5 million. Hullet, 5 million. These cards are so much more expensive. And now I know that the trend of prices will continue down towards Team of the Season. But I think that, there's going to be, instead of maybe 10 or 15 cards that is unattainable to somebody who spends money or somebody who spends a lot of time on the game, I think now coming up to this Team of the Season, there's going to be potentially 100 or more cards that are just so unattainable due to the fact that they're so expensive and so rare out of packs. I don't know if EA have a game plan to remedy that, you know. What I thought would happen, and I was hoping would happen, is I thought that the Optimus Prime icons would have no end date set. And with that in mind, Adam Lever says, I feel as though these Prime icon moments are pointless. Looking at the price of the moment Van Nistelrooy SBC, the top end icon moment SBCs will be stupid money. The only people who will get these cards are people who pump money into the game or are on the game all day, every day, and extremely good at the game. And that again is bang on. Even like I'm on the game a lot and I'm quite good at the game, but even I'm not on the game enough to be able to afford top end icons unless I just get one. You know, I could go for one. I have like 5 icons in my club that I'm happy to drop. I have lots of high-rated players that I'm happy to drop, but once I got rid of all of that, I'd have nothing left. I'd be starting from scratch again. And so, yeah, like what I was hoping for was that these cards would be there for the rest of the game, because that way, as more flashbacks come out, as more weekend leagues go through, and as we get closer to the team of the season, it would be way cheaper to complete these SBCs, because, you know, as you guys know, every year for the last few years it's been this case. You know, you'll end up getting 92, 93, 94 rated team of the season cards for 30 to 50,000 coins, and so you'll be able to complete a 90 rated squad for, instead of what we've got right now for the 89 rated squad, is it, for Van Nistelrooy? The 88 rated squad is coming in at 315,000 coins. The 89 rated squad would be more expensive, and a 90 rated squad would probably be like 500,000-600,000 coins. Well, if team of the season is out here, a 90 rated squad might cost you 200,000 coins, 250,000 coins, and so it would give people that have spent a lot of time on the game the whole year and potentially some money on the game the whole year the opportunity to get these icons late on. But because they're doing it in 30-day segments again, you just, if you miss it, you miss it, and that is sadly what they're preying on, and that has to become from them seeing an uptick in people completing SBCs that are timed versus people completing SBCs that are not timed. Because even in FIFA 17, we had the end of era SBCs. They were there for the rest of the game once they were released. That Totti, that Dirk Kuyt, the Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard, once they were put out there, they were there for just the rest of the game that you had to complete them. Whereas this year, they prey on people's fear of missing out, and they're like, hey, this SBC is here for a limited time only, get it now or don't get it at all. And what happens is, especially for younger minds and people that aren't, just genuinely haven't gone through this kind of marketing, aggressive marketing before in their life, they sit there and they're like, holy crap, I need to do this, otherwise I will never get the experience of playing with this card. And I don't think that's great. Sure, do it for some items, but not for all items. The only thing that you could say is, oh, the League SBCs are there forever. Yeah, but the League SBCs are terrible. There is very few League SBCs that will get into people's starting lineup right now, whether you're a casual player or not. And if you are a casual player, it's very unlikely that you're actually going to do the League SBCs. So, yeah, I think all I can hope for is that when Team of the Season comes around, EA have something planned that obviously they're not going to tell us about because they wouldn't want to ruin any kind of surprise or anything cool that's coming, where there will be an opportunity for people that have grinded hard to get these end game cards for a lot less of a price, or there'll be new cards. You know, one of the things that I thought of, one of the reasons why I think EA introduced these Prime Icon moments is because of the fact that the Prime Icons generally just aren't even good enough. Like, there was probably a handful at most. You know, you're looking at Maldini, Hullet, Vieira, Ronaldo, and that's possibly it in terms of prime icons that were like would fit into people's teams now, that were like above and beyond like a prime icon should be. And so because of the power curve of cards this year, I mean, look at the cards that we're getting. That Dimitri Payet has come out at 90 rated. We're getting, you know, all these League SBCs that are relatively high rated. I still don't think they're good enough. We're getting Moments cards. We're getting Team of the Year nominee cards. And with FUT Birthday around the corner, there's going to be a whole bunch more new cards added in. We've got the FFS cards. We've got the headliner cards, which are live items and upgrading constantly, to the point where the EA kind of had to improve the icons to make them worthwhile still, because otherwise they just had no real value. And so for that, I kind of get that. But that makes me think that, again, you know, by the time we get to Team of the Season, the power curve is going to be so high that even these prime icon moments just aren't going to be great value for coins because there are going to be so many alternatives that are considerably cheaper. And that's why I'm drafting right now in general, is because I don't care to play this game when I have to spend 20, 30, 50% of the resources I have to get a player who isn't even better than the players that I already have in, for example, Van Nistelrooy, or I would have to spend even more than that for a player who is marginally better than what I currently have. For example, Optimus Prime Best, when we're going to get him. Yet the curve is so steep this year that I know with good reason, and I can guess with some confidence that when that Prime Best comes out, it won't be long until he's no longer good enough to get into my team. And so right now for me, I sat there and I was chatting to Skills for a little bit, and I was chatting to Toby for a little bit, and I was just like, what am I actually playing FUT Champs for again right now? And the answer was simply because I just love FIFA and I wanted to play FIFA. And that's why I'm like, well, let me draft then. All these icons are popping out in draft like hotcakes. They're a whole bunch of fun to play. You can get some really cool rewards no matter what round you end in. You can always pack something. Even if you finish in the first round and get a 5k pack, you can pack an icon out of that. Sure, you've got almost no chance to do that. And in terms of making profit from the draft, I've proven year on year since FIFA 16 that you can make profit long term playing the draft without even winning. There are some episodes where I make more money from a first round exit than not. In fact, last night on my main account, I was exiting first round constantly to try and build a 193 draft to see if I could get one. And I probably went through about 20 drafts and just quit in the first round. And I got so many silver players packs, and in one of those silver players packs, I got 2 Cardiff players and a right wing from one of the French league teams that was like worth like 10k. So in one pack alone from the first round, I made like 60,000 coins, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And the way the draft rewards work is that if you lose in the first round, you've actually got to be really unlucky to not make profit at some stage on the game. And the reason being is because you could either get a draft token, which means you just make coins. You make the match coins from that one game, you've made a profit, and there's also 4 other items in that draft token pack. So you'll make like 400 to 500 coins if you lose in the first round and get a draft token pack. Number 2, if you get a silver pack, which is usually the jumbo silver pack, or a silver players pack, or a premium silver players pack, you will at one stage or another make your money back, because you're going to get 12 players regardless of whether they're shiny or common. And because of how hard the silver cards fluctuate dependent on SBCs, you will always be able to sell those cards at one stage or another for 500 to 2,000 coins. Now, it might be a month down the line that you recuperate the expense for that draft, but you will ultimately always make your money back. And if you hit one of the big league SBCs, you're going to make a whole bunch of coins. The only reward in draft from round 1 that costs you coins is if you hit the loan pack. If you hit the premium loan reward player pack and the 2 5k packs, you've either got to be extremely lucky in the 5k packs to generate the profit back, or you're going to have to sit there and say, okay, well, today we're going to get some coins back from the 5k packs, anywhere between maybe 5k and 8k at best. We're going to have to swallow like a 7 to 10k loss here. Otherwise, but that's that. But in the second round, you also get pretty good packs. You get players packs, you get silver players packs, you get just pretty decent packs. The semi-final, I think, is the worst round to lose in, because you get a 7.5k pack and a 15k pack most of the time. On the odd occasion, you'll get a 15k pack and a 25k pack, but I've had that once out of about 15 semi-final losses. And then in the final, if you lose, you can get the coins, you can just get good packs in general. And if you win, you can get the coins, you can get good packs in general. And once again, because of the sheer volume of players that you get from when you lose in the final, if you get a 2 5Ks and a 2 25Ks, for example, you will always make profit, unless the only time you won't make profit from the final is if you get the 2 25k packs and a 7.5k pack, and all of the shiny gold cards that you get have no value. If you get position modifiers that are 200 coins, if you get manager contracts that are 200 coins, if you get 78, 77 rated shiny golds that are only worth 700 coins, only then will you lose coins. Otherwise, even on those packs, if you get 183 rated card, if you get a squad fitness card, if you get a position modifier that sells for 1,800 coins, if you get an attributes card that sells for 3,000 coins, even then you will still make profit. It might only be 1, 2, 3k, but you can make profit. So I was sitting there, and as I say, I was chatting to Skills, and it was just like, he was talking to Castro. You know, he went down to Texas. He spent some time with Castro, and Castro on that weekend went 6-1. That's it. He played 7 games, and he was saying to Skills, you know, like, why are you busting your gut whilst you're down here to play champs? And Skills is like, well, I need to get like the video for the rewards, and I need to play this game and make sure people I don't want to put words in people's mouths, but you know, basically Skills wanted to make the video for his fans. That's the long and the short of it. He just wanted to make the video for his fans. So even whilst he was down in Texas on a business trip, he still played the 30 games. And he came back and he was, you know, we was chatting and he was just like, what for? Like right now, rewards videos, and this is EA's fault. This isn't Skills' fault or anyone's fault. This is EA's fault. The rewards videos are so terrible because the team of the week rewards are just so bad. If you finish, let's say you finish Elite 3 right now, you get 3 red player picks. Maybe 1, maybe 2 players are good enough to be a bench player or a starter for you. Or you're just going to use them as SBC cannon fodder. Maybe your team of the week pack has a player worth more than 30,000 coins, but probably not. If we take this week's team of the week again for an example, and I like to use what's relevant as a reality, you've got Kingsley Coman, he's worth 70k. You got Rajan Angolan, he's worth 190k. You got Jan Oblak, he's worth 150k. And you've got Marquinhos, who's worth 60k. There is not a single other inform this week that is worth more than 50,000 coins. And in fact, most of the informs are the discards to 20k informs. So you are getting best case scenario from playing potentially 30 games of FIFA and getting up. If you get 26 wins out of 30, you are going to make about 60,000 coins unless you're extremely lucky from your team of the week pack. You're going to maybe get a couple of high rated SBC cards from the red player picks, from your 3 red inform picks, and you'll get a 100k pack that could contain something incredible and it could contain nothing at all. And for me personally, that is not good enough, and that is what turns me away from FUT Champs and turns me onto draft, where there are some downsides to the draft. You know, you don't always get the formation you want. You don't always get to, you don't get to use the players that you've worked so hard for in your club. But what you get out of the draft is you get the complete package experience, which is why I think the Draft to Glory videos do so well, is because they give you a little bit of everything. You get to build a squad, so you get a squad builder. You get to play some games, so you get the gameplay and like potential to review players and give your opinion on players that you might not have used before. And you get rewards at the end, which no matter what round you lose in, you have that chance of hitting something. Do I think EA could still update it more? Yes. We don't even have the new pack types in the draft as rewards. We don't have SBC cards in the draft as an opportunity, which I think we should. There's nothing unique about draft from now compared to previously. In fact, to the point where even the new formations that are in the game are not in the draft. So there's definitely the draft, I'm not saying it's the most insane mode or anything like that. But right now, it's fun for me. It's a lot of fun playing with and against these insane icons, the chance of rewards, and the break of having to sit there and think, oh God, I've got to play 10 more champs games today. Oh God, I've got to get to 14 wins. Because at the end of the day, I don't have to do that at all, and you don't have to do that at all. Don't be gripped by the balls from EA with the fear of missing out, because the sad truth is if you think back from now to a month ago and think, if I didn't do everything that I did via SBCs for the last month, would it have impacted my gaming experience much at all? And the answer, for me personally anyway, is no. And so I think even though I will miss out on a lot of really cool cards if I didn't play champs or anything other than draft for the next month, would it really impact my gaming experience all that much? And the answer is no. So unless there is a card that I am blown away by and think that is really good value for money, what I'm going to spend the next however long doing is playing lots of drafts for Draft to Glory and for Road to Glory, doing the SBCs that are always good value, marquee matchups, some of the player SBCs that come out, the FUT Champions Cup that came out yesterday that gave the 55k pack, still getting involved in those kind of SBCs, and then just starting to, whilst playing draft and getting rewards, starting to gut my club preparing for Team of the Season, because I've talked about it a lot, that Team of the Season is, I could quite easily stop this series and rejoin at Team of the Season, and for me personally it wouldn't make any difference. And so I'm actually going to start putting my money where my mouth is. I'm going to start cleaning my club out completely, preparing for Team of the Season, probably way too early, which is actually going to give me a much bigger advantage over other people, because those that are prepared the most are the players, by the way, this was a phenomenal goal, are the players that get the most out of it. And that's not necessarily just for Team of the Season, that's for any promo. You know, if you were prepared for something, if you were prepared for the next flashback or the next icon, and you bought all the 84s when they were down at 2.5, 2.8k, and then you either sold them when they went up to 12k, or you just used them because you got them for so cheap to be able to do the icon for a really small price, you get the more out of it. But for me, because of how many things EA just keep pumping out there, and hey, on my pay to win account, I still love this content, I still want this content, I enjoy it, I engage with it, but on the road to glory, it's time to start being really smart with our time spent on the game and our coins spent on the game. And kind of on that note, we had Frosty BD says, why did he dump all those special cards in a Mana Last SBC? And the simple truth is because they don't feature in my squads. And I know that in a month I'll have 10 other special cards that are also sitting in my squad, not featuring in my squad, that I have. Even that Mana Last I'm not even going to use either. I did him because I did the first 2 segments for the through grinding and upgrading. So I thought, look, I might as well finish the 3rd segment off, get the 50k pack, and get the 88 rated Mana Last, and I didn't want to spend any coins on it. So I just did it with players that I had in the club that I knew I weren't going to utilise, and one person replied with the fact that I was silly for using live items. The live items that I used, one of them can no longer get upgraded, and the other one was Fardman from Schalke, and Schalke are 3-2 down against City, with having to go to City for the 3rd leg. So Schalke need to win by 2 clear goals, or 3-2, or better, or 4-3, or 5-4, and I just don't think they're going to do that. And if I'm wrong on that one, I'll take the L on that one, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong on that one. We also have UrcyV says, me using the 352 was a secret, now everyone's going to start using it. Funnily enough, Urcy, I've actually switched off of the 352 already. I did enjoy it for the few games that I played with it, but something wasn't working well. Since I've been doing a lot of drafts over the last few days, one formation that I've found to be really efficient and effective for me and my playstyle is actually the 4-3-3 variants. So I'm going to switch into a 4-3-3 going forwards for the times that I do play Rivals and Champs, and go from there, really. Like, just so we know as well, and this is where the fear of missing out comes, but also not really. I am 3-0 right now in Champs, and I haven't really played that much Champs this weekend. I will probably still get to 14 wins, not because I'm scared of missing out on things that are here now, but because the packs and contents that I will get from not necessarily just FUT Champs, but FUT Rivals will be really important to me for Team of the Season. And I could even start saving my Champs and Rivals packs. I could start playing to 14 wins. I'll be saving, if I save the untradables as well, I'll be saving 3 50k packs a week, 2 mega packs and 2 rare Electrum player packs every week. And now if Team of the Season comes in 10 weeks, I would have like 30 50k packs, 20 mega packs, 20 rare Electrum players packs, and anything else that I might save along the way. Or if I do more, if EA start changing rewards, if I go back to playing squad battles during the week to start stacking packs as well, I could honestly put a lot of packs in the club there. So that would probably be the reason why I would play FUT Champs and FUT Rivals where needed now, is so that during Team of the Season we can truly make sure we have the absolute best time of the game, and in the meantime just play drafts and get what we get out of the drafts. During the promo weeks we get to experience new cards, we get to potentially pack some of the new cards, and we get to play in a lot more of a casual game mode. Now I know some people are like, I already had some tweets when I tweeted out about this. One guy was like, I will honestly just stop watching the Road to Glory if it becomes only drafts. You know, you have a series for drafts, and whilst I do have series for drafts, with the Draft to Glory, if I'd put true drafts in here today. If I'd have turned these into Draft to Glory episodes instead, that would now be tomorrow's and the day after's videos done, and now there's no point in me even playing draft for a couple of days. I want to play draft. I want to keep playing it. So for me to play it and then turn that content into videos, it kind of has to go into the Road to Glory videos because it's on the Road to Glory channel. Then we had a comment from Dylan, said, why do you play so many players off chem? Honestly, Dylan, because I'm not playing to a high-end results in FUT Champs anymore, that it doesn't matter. The players play well enough off chem. It doesn't really make any difference. Smithy says the obvious way to make it harder in the first owner Road to Glory for all aspects, including SBCs, that would make it a real grind. And you are right. If we did the first owner Road to Glory where I was literally never allowed to buy a player off the market, and the only things I could buy off the market were for trading purposes, that would make it a lot harder. And it would be worth a shot. It would be worth trying it. What I fear with on that one is the balance between making it hard and still having fun for content. And I worry that if I made it so hard to the point where I could only use first owner players as well for SBCs, I worry that I would miss out on so many upgradable SBCs and so many things that people just wouldn't want to watch the series. Why didn't you do this SBC? Oh, I just didn't have a right back that I could have put in the SBC to finish it off. Why didn't you do this SBC? Oh, I didn't have this and didn't have that. And so I worry that what we've got right now is too easy. I worry that that will be so goddamn hard that people will be like, look, this is just boring, no offense, I don't want to watch it. And I would understand that. By the way, our draft rewards here were absolutely immense. Walkout PK and 82 Piatek, who might even get an inform this week, coming out of the pack, so that's pretty damn sweet. I had one comment as well about player ratings from Michael. I'm going to save that for the next video because we're nearly finished here today, but really good discussion point there. So as we end off on the video, Luke says, I don't get it. They released something like the Falcao SBC, which was great. Then they released the first Prime Icon, which is so heavily overpriced, so expensive that no one can get it. If these are the requirements for the lower ones, imagine what they will be for someone like Pele or Maldini. And yeah, we kind of already covered it actually a little bit. But it's weird to me why they keep, like, it's not like some of them, you know, Falcao, yeah, he's from a league and a nation that's not great. He doesn't have rapid pace. But then again, Rooney is also from a league and a nation that's not really great this year. There's not like a whole host of English players that are unbelievable. Yet Rooney was like 320k or whatever. They are really, really weird with how they're doing it. Anyway, guys, I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. I thank you guys for watching the series. If you're enjoying the drafts that I'm making, keep dropping thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section and I'll keep them coming. But thank you guys for watching and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.